Welcome to Keep What You Earn, your judgment and jargon-free zone for entrepreneurs of all levels. Get ready to learn how to scale your business, save money in taxes, and create a business that grows your wealth. If it feels like the financial side of business is like eating your vegetables, well then think of this podcast as the ranch dressing to make the process a little more enjoyable. My name is Shannon Weinstein. I'm a CPA and business owner on a mission to simplify money and empower others through knowledge. I hope this episode inspires you to take action, but remember that the information we share is for educational purposes only and is not individual tax advice. Now that we got that out of the way, let's start the show. So I've been criticized and seen others criticized in the past for how free we are at giving away our recipes, giving away our secret sauce, giving away our SOPs, our standard operating procedures. I recently started teaming with Lauren, who you've heard on the show, and Lauren and I were kind of going through our SOPs and going through a lot of what we've learned in our practices and had this conversation around the SOPs. And I wanted to kind of share a thought with you that kind of came out of this conversation for me. And that is how willing I am to just open up my books and say, here, take what you want, leave what you don't, borrow my processes, borrow my procedures, and tell me what you like, what you don't like. And whatever the opposite of stingy is, that's how I am with my processes. And this includes my accountant's marketing group. I will just give you everything I got, everything I've learned. I'll pour it all on the table and say, take what you want. And the traditional way of thinking is like, Shannon, why the hell would you do that? And I've seen other business owners do this too. I've seen coaches. I've seen anyone who's in a knowledge space. If you are in the business of selling your expertise in some way, shape, or form, it can be really challenging to grapple with the idea of putting all your recipes down on paper and handing them over for free. Oh my gosh. Isn't that what they pay you for, Shannon? Isn't that what they pay you for? Like, you spent all this time developing this stuff and now you're just giving it away? Yeah, because here's what I truly fundamentally believe. And it took me a while to get here because I am an accountant and I typically don't believe this stuff. I am trained that we sell knowledge. I am trained that we sell information. And I'm trained that this is a fortress in my brain of knowledge that I can't share with anybody because that's what I make money from, right? I was trained to protect my work like it's the Coke recipe, right? I was trained that way, but I've completely shifted and I want to challenge you if you think this way too. Because when you truly reach a point where you are developing something and you found a recipe that people like, you found a recipe that really works well for you, that you can cook and seems to be selling and people are enjoying. When you find that, think about this. What makes it special? If people really enjoy your recipe, your way of delivering your service, and your offer, is it really about the recipe? Is it really about the recipe? How many of you have, acquired a recipe from your grandma or your mom, made it yourself and been like, this tastes like shit? How many times have you tried to replicate and it's just not quite the same? And I'm not talking about the distilled down different recipes. I'm not talking about buying the Red Lobster biscuit mix off the shelf and saying, this doesn't taste the same. It doesn't taste the same because it's not the same. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying put out some generic version of it out there. I'm saying the real recipe. What's the worst that can happen? Someone takes it, uses it, sells their services with it, takes all of your processes. Good, let them. Because it's not about the recipe, it's about the service. It's about the service. You could go to two different restaurants that cook the exact same burger, the exact same dish. And you're going to keep going back to the one that is either convenient for you, has people you know, maybe it's just a comfortable vibe, the look of the place, Maybe you like the music there. Maybe you like the service there, right? Very seldom do we simply go somewhere for the way they make a burger or the way they make a sandwich. Most of the time, it's convenience, it's a vibe, it's an aesthetic, it's the people, right? Most of the time, it's an experience that we're looking for. Now, if you are relying on that, if you are kind of saying, well, people do just, come here for the burger because we do such a good job at it. Great. If that's the case, then you're relying entirely on the recipe and not creating any other type of draw into it, so that when anyone can figure out how to make a good burger, and they'll compete with you very quickly because they can compete with you on those other elements. What I'm saying is, how to differentiate yourself isn't in your processes. It isn't in your offer. It's in how you deliver it. It is in how you create an experience for your customer. It's how you generate results. It's how, not what. And even though we have really detailed SOPs, we have really detailed recipes, no one else is going to do it like we do. I have full confidence. No one else is going to do it like we do, because there's just a different way I approach my service than anyone else does in accounting. And that's fine. I am at peace with that. And I want you to find that as well. I want you to find a way to differentiate yourself that is not just about your product. It's not just about your product. What makes you unique? What about your approach challenges the status quo, challenges the common way of thinking? What is it about you that makes people want to work with you? Maybe it's you inject a little humor into what you do. Maybe it's you have a different look, have a different vibe, talk a little differently. Maybe you are a mom and can relate to other moms. Maybe you just come from a place of education, that you are a heart of a teacher. And unless you have the heart of a teacher combined with that recipe, it's just not going to taste the same. It's just not going to taste the same. And that's why I don't mind handing out the recipe cards to those who I work with and work alongside, and share it with my bookkeeper, share it with tax pros, and say, here's what I do. I've been very giving with that because I don't care. I don't care if anyone takes it. And I'll tell you how much peace that brings when I know that we have something so unique, no one can replicate it, even if they tried and even if they had the instruction manual. Get to that place for your business. Get to that place where you could give away all the recipes, but no one will cook it like you do anyway. Don't withhold anything when it comes to your processes, because you are what makes it special. The chef is what makes it special. And yes, you want to scale. You want to build processes that can scale with you. But the whole idea is to create a loyal customer base that understands why and how you do it the way that you do, and sticks with your company because they like how you do it. They like how you infuse your values, your demeanor, your candor, everything into that. Celebrate what makes you unique and exploit it to no end. Exploit what makes you unique, because that is the thing you have going for you that is going to help you differentiate yourself in the market. That is what's going to help you build a business that you're actually proud of. And that's what's also going to attract a killer team who can support you. It's all about adding value for your customer, creating an environment that you love to be in, especially if you're starting your own business and you're doing it for the sake of freedom from a corporate job or freedom from any other obligations you have in your career. You get to set the tone. You get to be unique. You get to do it your way. And no policy, procedure, or document can encapsulate what that secret sauce is that you actually have. It ain't in the paperwork. It's in the person. So find something that is unique about you that you can exploit and that you can use to your advantage in your business without worrying about anyone taking it away from you. Hey, I'm so happy that you're enjoying daily episodes of the show. And if you want more bite-sized tips from me based on what I'm discussing with my clients and my team, text me the word daily to 860-609-6374, and I'll share daily tips to help get you into the CEO mindset, and we can chat about how to implement them in your business. Again, that's the word daily to 860-609-6374. Want a little bit less than daily? Well, you can also text me the word weekly, and you'll just get my Monday messages. Again, the number is 860-609-6374. Shoot me a message anytime. I cannot wait to chat with you.